happy to be back in Fiji.
I know. Well, I love to eat, clearly.
Get ready to indulge in the sweet tastes of the high holidays. The Kosher Baker is back in the GMW kitchen with one of her favorite recipes for Rosh Hashanah.
I'm feeling the good vibes, good vibes, good times.
Well, this Sunday evening marks the start of Rosh Hashanah, and here to shed some light on the high holiday is our good friend Paula Scheuer, better known as the Kosher Baker. Welcome back. We always love seeing you.
I'm always happy to feed you all year long, basically.
We always enjoy the food that you bring. Before we get into some of the food that you'll be, indulging in on Rosh Hashanah, give us a little bit of a background of the history of the holiday.
So the holiday is one of our big holidays of the year, and it's the holiday where we go to synagogue and pray for a new year. Okay. And it starts a period of time where we repent and we think about our past year and our behavior and think about ways we can do it better. So there's something really lovely about this time of year. It's an opportunity to reflect and come up with New Year's resolutions, much like people do, on January 1st. So that's what we do. And our tradition is to eat honey because we wish each other a sweet new year. So we have so many honey-related kind of activities. We eat challah and honey, apples dipped in honey. And Israel is known as the land of milk and honey. And all that was date honey, back in the day. Just using honey as part of our holiday connects us with our homeland, which is nice.
That's beautiful. Now, I know that you're going to be making something for us today, and I know you've got all of your kids coming home finally for the holiday, so I'm sure you're baking a ton for everybody else. But what are you showing us today?
So I'm going to show you my honey cake biscotti. And how this cookie came to be is that honey cake is like fruit cake and other traditions. It's like more tradition than actual flavor and taste, but people eat it because you're supposed to. I like my honey cake. It's got pecan swirls. That's from my book, The Kosher Baker. But I decided, along with a friend of mine named Rhonda, who was angry that I didn't have a honey cake in this book, she said, you have to have a honey cake. So we created honey cake biscotti. And I'll show you all these flavors. And it tastes like honey cake, but it's more modern, it's more fun, and it's, it's real good. So you can start eating.
Biscotti.
Basically, we're going to start with flour, and I'm making the half recipe. And everyone will have the recipe on your website. Dark brown sugar. All right, signature spices. There's pumpkin spice in the world. Honey cake spices. So it's cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger.
This tastes like fall. I mean, this is so beautiful.
And this is a cookie you'd want to have all the time, and they freeze so well. So I'm just going to mix up our dry ingredients. What's so great about biscotti and mandel bread, I call it cookies for dummies because it's just one bowl. It's so easy.
Really? Because I just immediately think biscotti, and I think, okay, that's going to be really challenging and hard to do.
No. So now I'm going to add some oil, my egg, and then signature flavors again. Not just honey, coffee.
Oh, just regular coffee?
Well, I've got brewed espresso in here because, I go with basic. I mean, I like brewed coffee too, but yeah, I'm a big coffee drinker.
And then your honey for the sweetness.
Right, and then I'm just going to mix this all together.
Okay.
Biscotti is so great because you don't have to roll it out with a rolling pin and you don't have to use cookie cutters. It's so simple. And then I'm going to show you how to shape this loaf, and then you bake it for about 30 minutes. And then you slice it, and then you slice it and bake them again.
I also like how it's not super hard and crunchy, because some biscotti is that way.
So that's kind of up to you when you make biscotti, okay? I will tell you that. So you basically, I'm going to get this together. So basically, you bake it a second time, right? The first time, best kitchen utensils, right? Your hands.
Of course.
So you basically, slice them and bake them a second time. But you should know that you can decide how crunchy you want them. So if you want them really crunchy, the second bake can be like 7 minutes.
A little bit longer.
And the best advice I'll give everybody to make any kind of biscotti ever is after you bake the loaves, let them cool for about 10, 15 minutes. The slices come out much prettier.
See? Always the best tips from...
Normally, I make this in the mixer.
From Paula.
Yeah, so I'm just going to get this to come together.
Okay.
And honey, I will tell you, is one of my secret ingredients in cooking.
Really?
So if you
Why
ever
do you
make
like
a pot of soup or a sauce and something tastes a little off, like maybe your tomatoes were too acidic or something was off, tablespoon of honey just makes everything better. Vegetable soups, I mean, just honey.
Just a tablespoon of honey makes everything taste better.
Everything better.
So then how would you put this together for us to bake?
Okay, there we go. I'm just going to literally make a log.
And then you just put it there, and then you bake for how long?
30 minutes. The recipe says 35, but I always tell everybody to bake it for less time.
Then take it out, let it cool.
Let it cool for about 10 minutes or so.
And then put it back in.
Let me grab my little paper towel here. This is messy business. And then I'm gonna show you how we slice it.
Perfect. And as you are slicing, and I know we're running out of time, but we have a very special hello and birthday wish to send out there. Who would you like to
So I want to
shout
wish
out?
a happy birthday to my friend Bertha Glickman, who is 104 today. And
birthday,
she's a
Bertha.
lovely person, completely sharp, so she will get to watch this. So Bertha, we love you, and Happy New Year, and happy birthday. Isn't that extraordinary?
Oh, well, wishing all of you a sweet new year. Make sure that you follow Paula and get her cookbook. She's got so many great
Holiday
stuff.
Kosher Baker has Rosh Hashanah recipes in it, but kosherbaker.com, you can find lots of recipes for the holiday.
Have a sweet new year.